This is the Leica Q2 Monochrom. Now, for those of you that may not be aware, a monochrome camera only shoots in black and white. The Q2 features a 47.3 megapixel CMOS sensor. Now, to make it a monochrome, they've excluded the color array or low pass filter, which actually makes the camera shoot much crisper, sharper, detailed images, not to mention better low light performance. It has a fixed 28mm f1.7 Summilux lens. This Summilux lens cost me more than this entire camera. So some would say it's like you're buying a lens and getting the camera for free. So if you're going to drop cash on one of these cameras, you want to make sure that you absolutely love black and white images. Now, that was not a hard call for me because at the time I purchased this camera, I was shooting mostly with my Fuji X100V and almost exclusively with black and white presets. If I'm going to be honest, the Q2 is not the camera that I wanted. I was actually lusting after the M10 Monochrom, which at that time, I was just not ready to spend that kind of money on a camera. So I did what most people would do and I bought the Q2 Monochrom instead. I haven't actually used the camera much over the past couple years. In the beginning, I took it on vacations, took it to the beach, on cruises. I had it with me all the time. But over the course of the past year or two, I've just found that it has just been forgotten about. That is until recently I posted a video on my M11P Safari Edition, and I already own the M11P, and someone reached out in the comments and said it makes no sense for you to have both of those cameras because it's the same camera, just a different color. And after I thought about it for a minute, I thought, you know what? He's right. I'm gonna go ahead and trade my M11P in for an M11 Monochrom. So I reached out to one of the big box stores and I told them that I had a light new condition M11P, a Fuji X Pro 3, along with a bunch of Fuji lenses that at current used market value would bring a little over $14,000. They offered me 7. So that was a hard pass for me. I just simply said, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lose that much money on the deal. Now that didn't stop my longing for the M11 Monochrom, so I thought, you know what? You have the 2Q Monochrom, why not pull that thing out and see if it'll scratch that itch for you? And I've got to say, after taking it to New York and Chicago a couple of weeks ago, I have absolutely fallen back in love with this camera. And I don't think I'll be selling it anytime soon. Even though this camera is 5 years old, it's still a beast of a camera. In fact, you can still purchase one of these brand new. So why do I love this camera so much besides the beautiful monochrome images? Well, first off, just look at it. It's about as sexy as a camera can be. Its build quality and performance are incredible. The menu system is clean and intuitive. I also love how easy it is to set up and use custom user profiles. Now, because this camera is still in production, Leica has kept up with firmware updates and made major improvements like highlight weighted exposure metering, face and eye detection, improved GPS, not to mention they fixed any bug issues along the way. And lastly, the ability to crop due to the 47 megapixel sensor. Now, I don't typically crop a lot of my images or not too heavily, but lately I've been experimenting on a couple images that normally I would have just skipped right over. Oh, I almost forgot, it's got macro capability too. Just simply twist the lens right here. Now, that's not to say the camera doesn't have a few flaws. It desperately needs a flip screen. The kind you could flip both horizontally and vertically would be awesome. However, they have added the flip screen to the Q3. Also, the autofocus could be a lot better, but they've also made it much better on the Q3. Now, a couple of its strengths can also be seen as weaknesses, like it does not shoot in color. It's got a fixed lens, so there's no ability to zoom. However, there is a digital zoom in the camera, so you can pretty much crop in camera at 35mm, 50mm, and 75 millimeter. Why don't we go ahead and jump into Lightroom real quick and let me show you just how flexible the monochrome images are out of this camera. I don't want to recreate the image. I just want to show you a little bit of the process that I've been using. I actually saw a friend posted a video, and he is a master at black and white photography, and his editing is just insane. I was very shocked to see him just dump the contrast slider all the way down and boost the shadows and the blacks like you see right here that we've done in this image. Then he just simply built the image back up, also using the dehaze. Now he didn't add clarity in it like I have it right here. I just simply like the way that it looks on the train. And I'm not really mimicking everything he did. It's just the basic premise of breaking the image down to a very, very, very flat. Here, let me remove the dehaze and the clarity. So you can see with the lighting right here how much we are actually doing with this image. Now there is a bit of a mask right here you can see as well on our subject. So let's go back over to the lighting here. And let's go ahead and go back to the effects. Let's go ahead and add back in our dehazing. I think we had it cranked to 100, and I'm just going to do the clarity about to where I want it. And like I said, here on our subject there on the train, there's just a little bit of a radial brush with the exposure boosted a little bit just to make her pop out of there. And also a little bit of an S-curve here as well. So that's the new workflow that I've been using. I'm really enjoying it so far. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm just curious to get some feedback on it. The channel is coming up on 5,000 subscribers, and I am going to be giving away a couple of Owl Crown camera straps. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and commenting in my most recent videos, because when I hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to go into my most recent video and pick out a couple of winners. This is the point and shoot edition. I use this on the Q2 Monochrom, my Ricoh GR3, my Leica Deluxe 8. This is the SL edition. Not only is it set up for square lugs like on this SL2, but it can be changed out with Peak Design releases or traditional ring attachments, making it possible to mount to different types of camera lugs. It's pretty much one strap for all of your cameras. Then there's the twin pad for ultimate comfort, or my favorite, the Trail Flex. The Trail Flex is adjustable from 32 all the way to 58 inches or anywhere in between. The Trail Flex is also available on the twin pad and the SL version as well. Also, I think it's pretty cool that they are handcrafted right out of Miami, Florida. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link to the website in the description along with a 10% discount code. Am I still longing for the M11 Monochrom? The answer is absolutely yes. However, I gotta say that the Q2 Monochrom is keeping my attention, at least at this moment. So let me know in the comments if you have this camera already, or if you're thinking about picking one up, or if you are like me and you are dreaming of the M11 Monochrom. Let me know what you think about the images. I am very much still a work in progress, and I'm open to any and all critiques. So go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to share more of your time with me, maybe watch one of these videos right here. Make sure you're subscribed and like and all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.